People, deluded. Quick word on four. I believe I've got about four youngsters in our academies, man. That I think next season is not make or break, but they've got to make some sort of progress, and I believe in all of them. The first one is Trey Coyle. He's 19 in January. I think he's going to have a decent career. Before he was a scholarship, the man was on fire. Since he's become a scholar, he's had some good moments. You look at under 18s level, he's pretty prolific, and he's kicked into the 23s. Injuries have really disrupted him and sadly made him stagnate a bit, and he's really found it hard to show his best because of the injuries and the stop-start nature. But he's someone I think is going to have a decent career at a level. If you was to ask him, I think he'd probably say his best position or where he feels favoured is the 10, but he can play in the front 5 positions comfortably. And it's just about taking it to that greater standard and really banging it and giving the manager, coaching staff no choice but to not ignore you. When they're talking to Una Emery about who should be getting chances, they need, for all of these youngsters, you should be making sure that they say your name. You should make these managers fall in love with you. When these managers go away from football and they're with their wife or their kids, you need to be in their minds, people. That's what it's about. You need to be playing. Everyone's got potential here, but you need to be playing to that mad level where they can't ignore you. Obviously, you get some times where players not necessarily doing that and the chances come, but 9 times out of 10, that's how it happens. So next season, hopefully, Trey Coyle has a season, injury-free season, and he can show his best, man, because I think he's got potential to play at a decent level in the future. Tyrese John Jules, he should be bullish as well because he's fighting with Eddie and Balogun for chances. Him and Eddie seem to be the ones. Probably Eddie's ahead of him clearly because he flies around in that. But he should have got a boost in confidence going to the first team with Dubai. I'm pretty sure he's going to fly away with the team for pre-season, so there'll be a chance to impress. If Eddie goes on loan, Tyrese will have to probably play the bulk of his football at 23 level, but you'd probably be third choice striker, so that will be travelling with the first team and things like that. And when your chance comes, hopefully he takes it and hopefully he makes his debut in official capacity because he's been on the bench in the Europa League. Clearly, I believe in an ideal world, Emre which could be of harm to Eddie and Tyrese. I think he wants another striker because you look at the minutes Eddie played to the amount of times he's on the bench. He didn't play him. A couple of times we're chasing games, he's bringing on fullbacks and not a striker. So that shows you don't really rate you beyond depth. Not that he doesn't rate you, maybe he doesn't necessarily trust you of sorts. And especially with Welbeck's injury, you would have thought he got more chances. So how many opportunities Tyrese will get, who knows? But when it comes, hopefully he takes it. For me, I think he's a good goal scorer. I think out of all the strikers that I like out of these young players, I think he's the best with his back to goal. Probably want to see a bit more variety at a higher pace from him sometimes because he is an intelligent guy. I just feel he can do things a bit quicker at times and put his mark on the game a bit more from the up front position. I like him a lot, man. He's a strong lad. He's still young. He's 18 years of age, so we need to just let him develop and things like that. But he's got a good chance. And Balogun's not behind him. He'll be 23s next year. Greenwood would want to step up as well, so it's a good conundrum for the club to have. I believe in Tyrese. Like Trey Coyle, if not here, I think he's going to have a decent career. And Tyrese has had a lot of interest from other clubs as well, to be fair with you. So we'll see, man. I know for a fact the club rate him quite highly, regardless. So we'll see. Saka, really promising kid, young player. How quick he takes the chances. He's established himself in the 23s. He wasn't doing that last year. He's made his first team debut. The man has been doing this at 17, 18. So we just need to let him keep progressing and stuff and really just calm down the expectations. Let him develop. Let him polish his game. Be prepared to take your chances because I hope to God they come next season. If they don't, question marks Emery. But when they come, be ready. Same goes for Amici as well. I think Amici, like Saka, it's just a case of refining things now. Doing the right decisions all of the time in the final third. Not dribbling past one man that you don't need to. Passing the ball at the right opportunity. Playing with your head up. Obviously, just trying to add greater consistency and a higher playing level. I think that's what they're at. Defensively, I think they both do their work defensively, but it's about, as they get into the first team, what they do going backwards and how they help their fullback. So I think both, for them two, it's just about refining things. But I'm sure Amici will be 19 come the end of the season. So you want to try and kick on. There's no rush, but you want to try and kick on into the first team and things like that and see what can happen for you. And obviously with Amici's contract situation, it will be very interesting to see, man. Obviously, it doesn't really count, but Martinelli, I'm keen to see what he offers next season. You need him to adapt and stuff like that. But who knows? I don't think I've got anything else to speak about on that front, people. So I'm gonna keep it moving. People, deluded. I'm out. Thank you for watching, of course.